Mark was a youth pastor with a vibrant ministry. He also secretly battled a prescription painkiller addiction that started after a dental procedure. Shame kept him silent. How could a man of God be this weak, he thought. He believed his faith should be enough to break the chains, but the physiological grip was too strong. He prayed for deliverance daily, only to find himself hiding in his office, crushing another pill. His world imploded when he was caught stealing money from the church offering to fund his habit. He lost his job, his reputation, and the trust of his wife and children. Sitting in a cheap motel, estranged and hollow, he stared at the ceiling. God, you might as well take me. I'm useless. My faith was a lie. He felt abandoned, a castaway beyond redemption. Rock bottom was a process of falling further. He ended up homeless for a period, sleeping in his car. The Bible verses he once preached felt like taunts. The challenge was twofold: the brutal physical and psychological fight of detox and withdrawal, and the deeper spiritual fight against the belief that he was now irredeemable in God's eyes. It came through the most humbling avenue: other people. A former church member, a gruff mechanic named Carl, whom Mark had always considered unspiritual, tracked him down. Carl didn't preach. He said, "My house has a spare room. You're coming. We're getting you help." Carl drove Mark to his first Celebrate Recovery meeting. There, Mark heard others, a businessman, a mother, a college student, tell stories identical to his, laced with the same shame and desperation. For the first time, he felt seen, not as the fallen pastor, but as a fellow struggler. This was the body of Christ in action, not judging, but carrying. One night, in the middle of violent withdrawal shakes, Mark sobbed on the floor of Carl's guest room. He couldn't even form a prayer. He just whispered, "I have nothing." A clear, quiet thought filled his mind, not his own. "I have everything. You are mine." It wasn't audible, but it was definitive. It was the assurance that his identity was not in his ministry, his sobriety, or his failures, but in a love that claimed him at his worst. Mark's journey to sobriety was long and hard, with relapses and setbacks. But that moment was the pivot. God came through not with a lightning bolt of healing, but by providing a community, the very thing Mark's shame avoided, using a humble servant in Carl, and speaking a foundational truth of identity when Mark had no words left. Today, Mark leads a Celebrate Recovery group at a large church, his testimony a beacon of hope for others. His faith is no longer about being strong enough for God, but about being weak enough to need Him and His people.